Got a little problem over here with my air compressor. The valve on the bottom won't turn off. And it's pretty inconvenient location. Up under there. You know, I'm a big boy now. And I don't have any more 3/8 valves. I used to have oodles of that stuff. I guess I must have used it all up. It's crazy how much stuff costs now. I bought a piece of brake line from Napa yesterday. It cost $14 for a 4-foot long piece of 1/4-inch brake line. It was $50 or $75, 80 for a whole roll, depending on what kind you got. Things are out of hand, people. Man can't afford to have 20 hot rods anymore. Look at this dog. He's cooling them. He's more excited now that you're here.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Seems like me.
He's a good dog. He hung out with me in the Cadillac for a good while. All right, now the young man, Handsome Jack, is here. He's got his cast off. How much can you move your arm?
Right around that much.
He's got his knife sheath like Bo Duke.
Oh.
Or is it Luke Duke? You look more like Bo Duke. Blonde hair. What we're going to do now is the fuel pump came in for the Nissan. So we're going to go out and shuffle some vehicles and get it out here and get it inside. But before I do that, I'm going to show off the gas pedal, which was an inordinate effort. I had to make that little bracket. Anyway, I think it's going to be okay. It's positioned right and all. I could probably take that thing apart and do it better, but it's going to be alright. It's going to be alright. Alright. That's one thing done. Now I just got to finish wiring up the Dakota digital gauges. Oh, and the amp and the stereo and the subs and the speakers and then I think the body control module and probably some other stuff. But I'm going to take a break from this thing and work on a Nissan. Right, bud?
Right.
It's going up. She's got a little owie there on the front, but that's alright. She's got a really bad tire.
That's probably about all we'll get.
Go up one more. That's probably good. Alright, now it's time for Harley to check it out underneath, see what he thinks of it. Alright, here's what we're looking at. The underside of a Nissan. Both CV boots are split. We're not going to worry about that. It is a dirt dauber condominium. They're everywhere. Everywhere. But it's all here. So we hope it runs. So first thing we gotta do is drop that gas tank in the back. Or we could try to decipher where I have no idea where the fuel pump is, but we could cut a hole in the floorboard and do it that way. Should be a real easy job. There's a, yeah, take that cover off right there. And 3 bolts in the back and 3 bolts in the front. Unhook the fill nozzle. And I dumped some gas in it, so I don't know how much was in it. But we're getting ready to find out.
Yeah.
Alright, if you get started on that, we'll proceed. Alright, that young man I hired that came over yesterday told me there was no plate in the floorboard. But look there! A plate in the floorboard. Now that we dropped the tank. But hey, that's how you learn sometimes. Alright, I'm going to put a couple bolts in it. I'm not going to snug everything up. And then he would be doing it, but he's got a bum wing.
Yeah.
He's doing what he can. Harley, though, he ain't doing doodly. Right, bud? Giving me the side eye. Here's probably why the young man didn't want to inspect. A little snake skin. Some kind of excrement. I think you better break out the vacuum cleaner there, bud. Well, things aren't looking too grand in there. Let's see what it looks like inside the tank.
I can see a glob of something.
Nasty, nasty. Well, and I can't get the plug off. Or I haven't yet anyway, so let me fight with that a little bit. But I think we're going to have to drop that tank and clean it. Or she ain't going to run too long if it does. Alright, we dropped the tank out of the old girl. It is some kind of nasty inside. So I think I'm going to take it to work tomorrow and see if Radiator Shop will clean it out. We'll see. A new tank's $175 and I ain't wanting to spend nothing on this thing. Really? So we'll see. Unless of course the young man wants to spend $175 for a gas tank.
Nope.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He was working 2 jobs, but since his little snafu, he can only work 1. So he's feeling an economical hardship over his little snafu. Right, bud?
I sure am, yeah.
Alright, well it stinks like old gas in here horribly, so I think what we're going to do is after he puts the stuff in his transmission in his truck out there, is take a shower. Should we take a shower before we go out to eat?
Probably.
Okay, let's do that.
I mean,
You know,
old gas.
separately, but
Well, yeah, yeah.
okay.